Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Iron Man She-Hulk. And I've heard good, I've heard bad. I think it's mostly good. I think the general reception for this figure has been positive, and it's a pretty positive figure. It's mostly pretty solid. So, there's not that much to talk about, so that's the end of the review. No, there's plenty to still talk about, so we're going to do that. Why does that keep happening? It's like no matter what figure I put on here, they just will not stay. They won't make it through the intro. Anyway, I was just about to say, let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Okay, real quick before we look at the figure, I will show you my package. I like the Iron Man retro card a lot. It's right up there with the Spider-Man and Fantastic Four ones. I love it. Very, very nicely done. I will say the way they packaged her, though, horrible. She's too tall, so they put her in this goofy-ass pose where it looks like she's trying to crunch a dump out, and it's not good. They could have done any pose that would have been better than this. Any pose would have been better. It's very weird. So for those of you in-card collectors or on-card collectors, you're kind of SOL. Back of the box, pretty bland. They didn't even put the gun accessory on there. So there's a thing that they didn't do. But yeah, the front still looks nice. Okay, let's get that out of the way. And talk about this figure. But before we get into the rest of the review, I do want to talk about today's sponsor of the video, which is Into the AM. Again, it's been a while, but they're back, and they are the graphic t-shirt people. That's what I call them. They don't call themselves that. I wanted to show you one of their new designs, which I think is awesome. Love this design, but I'm not wearing it because I'm wearing one of the other things I wanted to show you guys, which is, I always tell you they have different things besides the t-shirts. This is one of them. Their performance polos are amazing. I love them. They fit just like the t-shirts, which if you have worn one of the t-shirts, you know they fit wonderfully, and they're this really nice material. They're super comfy. They have these nice small collars, and they're nice and tight around the chest and shoulders and arms and everything, and then a little bit of extra room in the gut so that if you might have gained some weight or something, it fits nice, which is why I needed one. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys this. They're sponsoring the video. They do that from time to time. But yeah, they have more awesome t-shirts there. I haven't shown you all of them. There's a ton, but this is my new favorite one, and they do have these. So if you want to check them out, there's all kinds of different ways to save money. You'll save money if you use the link in the description below, and then you can save money on their site by bundling or doing various other things. But definitely check them out. It's Into the AM. They make the best graphic tees I have ever owned or seen, frankly, and they make really awesome polos. I don't have that much experience with polos, so I can't make too many claims, but I love these, and if you like the tees, these are right there in the same vein. You can get the ones with the little logo or without, so that's cool. And I doubt you can tell, but they actually have a little bit of color variation going on too. It's not just jet black. So yeah, awesome polos. Awesome graphic tees. I 100% recommend them. Lots of you guys have found out firsthand that they make great stuff, and I want you guys to check them out if you haven't yet. So use the link in the description below, save yourself some money, get yourself some awesome clothes. First of all, I have to say this plastic is just neon green. It's very hard to film, so hopefully it's coming out okay. I think it is. I've done the best I can. I'm not a professional filmographer, but I think I got it. All right, this lady stands about 7 1/8 inches to the top of her head, not counting her hair poof, and that's going to be roughly, we'll call it 18.25 centimeters, again, not counting her poof. Here she is up against Cable, definitely a little bit bigger than him, and then against the normal size Marvel Legends, hey Darwin, you sly devil, she's a lot bigger. Here she is up against a McFarlane Batman, still bigger. Here she is up against a Marvel Select Captain America. He is taller than her. Okay, so question of the day. Which version of She-Hulk is your favorite? And if you say the live action version, then you have to leave. But no, really, which version, which look for her is your favorite? I'm going to say I don't really have one because I don't care about the character, but if I had to pick, I would say the torn white shirt. Oh, I'm just joking. Alright, so let's talk about the aesthetics on this figure. I like the green plastic they use for the skin. It is a nice matte finish all the way around on the PVC parts. The hard plastic parts, a little bit shinier, but that almost feels like PVC still. Wonder if it is. Might be. A little bit shinier in the hips either way. It still feels like PVC though. Interesting. Yeah, so the PVC looks really good. The knee pads look terrible. But hey, you guys got your pinless joints. Because you know what? You can see the pins from the front, and you can't see the knee. Oh, that's right. You can. 99% of people who collect these are going to be looking at the front of the figure more than the side of the figure. So having miscolored knees, not okay. Having pins probably would have been okay, but this is where we are. So you guys can debate that in the comment section below. I am not for pinless joints at all. They wear out faster, they can't be as sturdy, and they tend to result in discoloration of the parts. Now sometimes it's unavoidable, that's fine, I get it, but hey, this isn't okay. These knee pads look terrible, her elbow pads too, not good. But yeah, the rest of the green looks pretty good. Even the painted part here, the part that they had to paint that is opaque paint compared to semi-transparent, not really transparent, but it scatters the light more. The plastic, the paint looks great compared to these right there. All right, let's look at the face. Love it. It's good. Is it possibly too realistic? I would say yes. That's not my favorite thing about Hasbro right now. They're making great head sculpts, usually. Great faces. Love it. Looks wonderful. Probably too realistic for the rest of the body, but still looks really, really good. So if you like that, then you are in luck. I love that they painted the hair. Why can't they give us painted hair more often? It's not exactly the most intricate of paint jobs. And clearly on this one, where it's tons of it, they did a good job, so they could do a good job on other ones. Looks nice. Like, why didn't he get any? Head sculpt hair looks great. The musculature on this figure, definitely okay, mostly. Her legs need more shape. They're way too tubular. I don't know what Hasbro's deal is. They don't get the shapes of the legs right at all, and on females especially, it looks weird. Because the way they get it wrong, it does not make them look more feminine. They don't look good. The whole crotch area, the whole hip crotch area, not well done. This plastic, the purple part, doesn't come out far enough. This shouldn't be a lump like that. There shouldn't be a divot right here. So that whole thing, it doesn't look right. There's no sculpt work in here. Not that, I'm not asking for what you think I'm asking for. I'm just saying there's no shape to it, really. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. All right, and then the butt, I've heard some people say she's got a great butt. Some people say she doesn't have enough butt. Well, I'm going to pair the butt with the boobs and say they're just not sculpted well enough. I think there's probably enough mass technically all the way around, but it's just weird looking. The butt not so much, but the boobs, I'm not saying they need to be a lot bigger, but she generally was drawn pretty busty. But the way these are sculpted, it's weird. It's pretty weird looking compared to the way she was drawn. So, looks like somebody just took 2 globs of clay and just threw them at her chest. So, kind of weird. Alright, yeah, it's okay. It's fine. Sculpt-wise, not the best. Paint-wise, not the best because of the knees. Head sculpt is great. I'm just going to give it a 7 for the aesthetic. I don't know what else to do at this point. It's like Hasbro will not fire on all cylinders. This guy's a great example. Awesome top half. Garbage bottom half. What's going on? Awesome head. The rest of the figure, I like the neon green plastic. I don't know. Alright, accessory-wise, 2 open hands, 2 fist hands, and a crumpled gun. My gun came warped in the package. I'm joking, of course. Yeah, it's a fine accessory. Crumpled gun is fine. Fist hand's good. Okay, 5 out of 10. She's smiling. So, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about, guys. Let's do another question of the day. What do you guys want your characters' faces to look like, expression-wise? Because half the figures, we get grimace. Half the figures, we get some kind of weird smile or some other expression. And then the other ones just seem bored to death. It's like, can we have some consistency or options? Options would be great. This weird, like, headshot smile that she has here, how useful is that going to be for those of you who want to put your figure into crazy poses or do photography or whatever? Or like you're going to have her crumpling a gun, but then she just has this kind of vacant smile on her face. Like she looks like she's on a billboard or something. It's just weird. Alright, as far as articulation goes. It's just so weird to me that Hasbro doesn't know how to do ball pegs yet. So you have essentially a single ball peg. There are 2 in there, but it can't do anything anyway because of the hair. Like, it can hardly even rotate, really. You can get some, but not much. So I can't fault them too much because of the hair, but An alternate head would be great. A dynamic flowing haired head so that you can actually pose the figure some would be great. Alright, shoulders. They go up to just better than horizontal. You get your full rotation, of course. Bicep swivel is fine. Double jointed elbow. Remember for the longest time they said they couldn't do double jointed elbows on women? It's like, why? Why can't you do that? Looks like you can. So there you go. You have it there. And then your wrists have a swivel and a hinge. That's fine. The diaphragm joint on this figure doesn't go back very far. Doesn't go forward very far. Does go left and right nicely. That's good. And then you do get your rotation. And that's it for the torso. Very, very limited. Oh, by the way, on mine, the boobs, they have like a weird texture to them. And this one's kind of shiny. And this one's not. Do you guys have weird boobs on your figure? You can see the texture. It's all speckly. You see that? Doesn't feel that way down here. See the speckles? Do you guys have that problem? Mine's all speckly. Alright, for the hips, they go up to just about horizontal. That's okay. Going out to the side. Very nice. Hey, you know what, Hasbro? I was just thinking. What if when you did the hips correctly like this, like when you can do basically full on splits, what if you did the same thing for the other figures that can't do that? What about that? It's not like it's not a new sculpt or anything. So yeah, the hips work nicely on this figure. Thigh swivel is a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees work well enough. Proportioning is okay enough. There is a boot swivel. If you wanted that, you have that. Ankles go all the way back, pretty far forward, and you get a nice enough ankle rocker. So her articulation works well enough. Can't really pose the head too much. The torso kind of blows, but the rest is okay. I'll say 7 out of 10. It's nothing special, but it will probably get the job done. Alright, and now it's time for the final verdict. Is this a good release? Yeah, I'd say so. Good enough. Is anybody going to be terribly upset by the problems it has? I'm guessing probably not. Is anybody going to be terribly thrilled by this figure unless they have a weird thing for green ladies? Probably not. I think most people are going to be like, yep, I'm happy enough to have that in my collection. It's a spot filled that doesn't upset me too much. Alright, so yeah, final verdict on this figure. I'll go 7 out of 10. I can't go higher than 7. I wanted to give it an 8, but the weird boob sculpt and the knee pads and the lack of posability, meh. It's just meh. It's fine. It's fine. That's my final verdict. 7 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Yeah, I guess there are definitely things I like about it. If I was just rating the head, 9.9. If I was rating the skin tone and the arms and legs, 8.5. I don't know, but then they ruined it with things. So yeah, I can't go higher than 7, guys. I know I'm defending myself against arguments that I know are going to be made, so I had to put that in there, but I'm sticking with 7. You can't make me change it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos almost every single day, and thousands already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.